One of the things our friends and family ask us the most as a couple of 30-somethings not working, living on our sailboat, is what do you do all day? And while we'd like to say we spend all of our time exploring beautiful places, the reality is a lot of our time is spent doing mundane chores that seem to take 10 times longer than they would if we lived in a house and had a car. Something we used to take for granted, like drinking water, which just took a simple flip of a faucet, now is something that takes a lot of thought and a lot of time. We aren't complaining. It's a small price to pay to live this amazing life, but it does take up a lot of our time. So here's a glimpse into a day in the life living in St. Martin.
And like always, please subscribe to help grow our YouTube channel.
Okay, yesterday I went to the store in St. Martin, Super U, and it was a really nice store, but like it was pretty overwhelming because everything is in French and I speak zero French. And I was also really hungry. We had like traveled all day, so I got this hoping it was like whole yogurt, and then when we got back, I used the translate app on it. Oh, wait, let me get it. It says cottage cheese, but I don't think it is. I think it's yogurt. I think my translate app is doing me dirty because it also says bruised white heart. I don't really know. I guess whoever speaks French doesn't know what this is. Seems like some kind of yogurt. Oh, I got this. Pepitas! All I saw was chocolates, and I was like, I know what that means.
Alright, you know what time it is. We gonna get them daggone tanks filled up. Our scuba tank's kind of empty. I blew an O-ring a little while back, so I lost all my air. Yeah, they're the 108-liter tanks, so we can stay down for longer, but they're a little bit heavier. Can you tell us about the lagoon?
Yeah, there's a lagoon in St. Martin, and this drawbridge opens up for boats to get into, but we saw a boat going through and it's pretty tight, like from the drawbridge to like the mast and like the rigging.
Yeah, it's like super protected, like for 360, and it's kind of shallow. I think it's like generally like 6 to 8 feet. So you'll see, we'll show you guys, there's a lot of boats that are just anchored here, and some of them just don't leave because it's so protected, and you're in St. Martin for as cheap as you can be. St. Martin, everybody smokes cigarettes with everything. So me and Sima are gonna have our first 2 cigarettes. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Pack out. Want a light?
Yes, please.
So how about them Cowboys?
Whoa. I remember my first cigarette.
Simo's trying to saw us away.
That thing's gum.
Well, another news, we got our dive tanks. $10 a fill per tank, so not too bad for the big ones. Okay, we in the mood of filling things up. This morning we did scuba tanks, and then now we're doing daggone water. So everything's been filled up to the brim. This is why they call Sima Wet and Wild. We just got back just in time to get rained on.
So our fridge, we've had old like temperature gauges in our fridge, thermometers if you will, that were saying it was like on 40 or less, but we were noticing like meat was going bad and dairy and stuff, so we got new thermometers, and this is what they said. 50. That is not cold enough. It's supposed to be under 40, and it's on the coldest setting, and today we tried like putting a fan on it to see if keeping the outside would help, but it hasn't. So I think we have to stop using this fridge completely and then start using our little portable like plug-in, which is also our freezer. But we don't use it a lot because BMO doesn't allow it because it uses too much power. But I think we're just gonna have to use that as our primary fridge, which is kind of a bummer because it's small, but what can you do?
Now we are going to go get our motors. Gonna go get these bad boys. Total of 260 US dollars or euros to get them serviced, as well as change some seals and gaskets. We kind of have been having motor issues for a while, and now it's time to see if this mechanic got it figured out, because we've definitely had our share of mechanics.
Yeah, he loves telling us that the oil is like mayonnaise.
To be fair, it looked like mayonnaise, and we got them serviced in the DR, and it was like mayo under. It was super cloudy oil, which like water got into the bottom or the lower unit. And so I brought it to this guy after that guy, and he showed me the same thing. He's like, it looks like mayonnaise, and you got to go get new seals. So we just brought new seals back from the US so we could get this issue addressed, because the engine will just keep turning off out of nowhere.
True.
In a nutshell.
True story.
This is my engine dealer. He runs the deals on the engines around here. And so I said, I got an engine. He said, it needs a fix. And I said, yes, please. Because I got manners. Well, not really. But the guy's bringing the engines. He's going to just drop them right here.
This feels like some Final Destination type shit.
And that's a wrap. Look how strong this beautiful woman is. Flex, baby.
So stressful. Alarms.
I know. We originally did it with the strap, and we would do everything with the strap. And then now we're like, we're too lazy to put the strap on, so we just risk it every single time.
Yeah.
And she's gonna be so pissed when I tell her that they're backwards.
Are they?
No, that's right.
Okay.
Let me show you. This is all corroded. So we had to, in the DR, cut one of the wires. It's the red wire. And we run it back through here now. So it got spliced. It runs to here. And to turn on the engine, you have to flick 12-volt outlets. So we hot wired the engine. So flick that on. Then you come out here. And then you flick this, and that's what'll start it still. But
yeah, shout out, Cody.
one of the pins is busted.
We're gonna go for a little sunset swimmy to the rocks right over here just to see if there's anything cool.
I'm just bringing this because I don't know why. I get scared of sharks. Now we're gonna go do the motors part to where we can use these little clips that we have right here, and then we put it on a pulley system so we can pull the engines out of the water so they don't get all gunked up. And then this zinc plate that I got like a year ago, I have never put it on, but today's the lucky day.
Sweet.
Doing a lot today. And Simo's on Barracucci duty.
I'm gonna make sure that while he's busy doing engine stuff that a Barracucci doesn't come bite him, because there was one yesterday that was really big and really close to us under the boat.
How big do you think it was?
I'm so bad at this game, but I think 4 feet.
I was thinking bigger than that. It was
5.
huge.
It
yeah.
was really big. It was one of the biggest ones I've seen.
Yeah.
And I immediately got distracted from barracuda duty when an eagle ray came by.
Hard to do with refraction and shit.
And with that, our major boat projects were done, which meant we could leave beautiful St. Martin and head to St. Kitts. We spent our last couple days swimming and enjoying the island. We're gonna go do swimming.
So
Wow.
that got some whip action to it.
Yeah.
We're gonna swim from here all the way to those white houses out there.
Yep, that's Anguilla and we're swimming there.
So then to make the check-in process a little easier, because they'll be like, how'd you get here? And we'll be like, Simo's life raft. That mean her booty.
If you like this video, check out our video on how we navigated the Virgin Islands, and please subscribe.